Good evening, Scent Stars. Welcome to our weekly group call. Tonight, we have a very exciting call for you. We're going to talk about doing virtual and at-home parties. We're even going to just make it really social and so much fun that you're going to be ready to go book some parties, even host your own virtual Scentsy socials. Hey, hey, there we go. All right, I'm trying to mute everybody for the recording's sake. Sorry about that. So here's the deal. I've got some sales stars lined up. These are rock stars that the director team has identified as doing some amazing virtual parties and virtual sales and Scentsy sharing experiences. So they're going to share how they're doing it with you. And James, you're up first. So we would love to hear the success that you're having with your virtual parties and your Facebooks and all the goodness that you're doing.
Thanks, Shelly. I appreciate it. My name is James Wade, and I just actually became a director in September, and just had my first year Scentsiversary. And one thing that I kind of put together that I hodgepodged with some of the images and things that I've seen from other superstar directors is these little mailers. Since because of COVID and everything like that, it was really hard to get sense to new customers and having them being able to check them out. So what I've done is I purchased all the stickers that I could off of our workstation, even ones that don't even exist. I kind of have them ready to go, or available right now. But what I did is I take some cardstock and I just make a picture. Melissa Gratz did post something like this back in March. And what I did is I tried to make it my own too. So here I have an example for Halloween where I have the picture of the host in the middle and then just some holiday notes there. So kind of piggyback off of her idea. And then what I did is I put together some of the new releases that came out that I was able to grab. So I ran out of Just For You, but I do have all the other ones, and I'll add like a little felt sample for those. And next I have just different pages for your small scents. So that way it gives them a chance to check out different scents that are available in stickers. And then I made different categories such as body, pet. I have some cleaning products. So this is the laundry page. So there's a lot of new laundry stickers that are available. And with Pink Cotton, that was just kind of a regular sticker there, but I did add it just in case. I hope you guys can see. I also put a little note in here about the bundling and saving, because that's definitely important. We want our customers to save money. And then I also have the fragrance flowers. So everybody loves fragrance flowers. So just to kind of highlight that a little bit. But these have been working great for me when I send out to my customer or for my host parties. So these give them the opportunity to check out the different scents. And normally if somebody asks for one in a party, they're definitely there to buy and they're definitely engaged. So I think that's a great selling point, and also helps me to also follow up to say, hey, did you get your mail? Or what kind of questions did you have? Did you enjoy it? So definitely a great option for you guys to use if you like to get crafty and mail these out to your customers for your host parties.
I absolutely love this because it gets, like you said, it gets them engaged, it gives them something to look at, and it's working for you. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely, and I throw in like one of the list of product lists that we get for fall. I just make it a little trifold, and any like, monthly promotions, I'll also throw it in a little mailer, and I wrap it with tissue paper. and it's good to go. So it's great.
Thanks, James. And I'm sure we'll be coming back to you with some questions as soon as we get some other people. Oh, Morgan, Miss AKA Lauren, would like to know, how do you put your book together?
Sure. So after I have, and what I did is I measured my cardstock. So that way it's just like this little nice booklet. And then initially I was taking ribbon, but recently I got some twine too, and I just hole punched the sides, just trying to make you be able to see it, and just make a nice little bow there. And it works really good. You know, it allows them to kind of open it up. I've been told that customers look at these with their kids and they enjoy looking at it. So it kind of makes it fun and exciting. So I think that's a great feedback.
Thanks, James. I love it. Christine, I know that you've been doing some party packs as well. Can you share with us your party packs?
Sure. So hi, everyone. My name is Christine, and I'm also a director. And this is an idea that I actually put my own spin on from Christina Stainbrook. She's a superstar director, and you might have seen her video on party packs. So if you like to do Facebook parties, or you've maybe never tried it, it's actually a great way to get some information in the hands of some of the customers that are going to be at the party. So what I did was I asked my host when she first started thinking about it, and that she wanted to do the party, if she could give me a list of the top 10 people that she knew would probably order something. Either they've used Scentsy in the past, or they currently use it, or she knew they'd love it, they love to shop. And so with that list that I got ahead of time, she sent me a text with their names and their addresses. And those people I sent the party packs to, her top 10, she called them. And so, not to say that those were the only 10 invited, she actually invited like 40 or 50 people to the Facebook party, but these are the ones that she felt would place an order. And at the end of the party, actually 5 of the 10 that got the party packs did order. And one of those was a $190 PRV order, and the other one was a $160 PRV order. So yeah. I know that getting the party pack was a big thing in that, you know? So basically it's a catalog. And then I jazzed it up with washi tape, decorative tape. And then here I used, this is just an example, but you can do your own spin on it. It has a Scentsy notepad sheet, and you can write a little note, or you can print them also on cardstock or paper and then cut them to the shape of the Scentsy bar or whatever you want. And mine said, I'm just going to read because I took a picture of hers. It says, "Congrats, you've been invited to Tamara's Scent event on Facebook and were randomly selected to receive the party pack." So this way they know not everybody has a party pack. So you've been invited and randomly selected to receive this party pack. Enjoy the catalogs and look for the rub and smell stickers throughout. Be sure to complete the scavenger hunt for a prize. See you at the Facebook event soon. And so that went on the front. And then by using the washi tape, you create a little pocket. So I slid my business card in the pocket. And then throughout the catalog, I used the rub and smell stickers, the same one James was talking about that we can get in the store. So they're just everywhere. Anywhere I could put one, I put one. Definitely all of the new releases. And then I went through my stash, because I've literally got a stash this thick of rub and smell stickers from past Scent of the Months and whatnot. And I put other ones in there that are still valid, like Very Snowy Spruce or Squeeze the Day, Johnny Appleseed, all these scents that we've had in the past that are now clean products or laundry products. And so almost every page in this catalog has a sticker. So that's fun because they can actually smell them, because we're not doing tester sets necessarily with COVID. And then this scavenger hunt is Christina put it together and she shared it. And I can certainly put that for everybody to use. It's fun. They go through the catalog and they have to find where these new products are and list what page they found it on. They have to put what page they found the sticker for these different new release stickers. And then there's other questions like host rewards and different things. So it's fun because it actually gets them to go through the whole catalog, which maybe they normally wouldn't have. So I sent these out. Remember, I did 10 packs. I only had 3 return their scavenger hunt, which is fine. So for those three, I went through, checked off all their answers, and they all did a really good job. They made quite an effort because some of the questions aren't even in the catalog. So they would have had to Google it. Like which countries is Scentsy in? That's not in the catalog. So they would have had to Google it. So three took the time to send it. They took a picture and texted it, or they Facebook messaged me, or they even emailed me as an attachment. And those three, I sent them after the party closed, a travel tin, thanking them. Because I did say in there, you'll get a prize. But you know, you could send them a scent circle or whatever. So the other stuff I included, of course, was the Scent of the Month flyer with a sticker on it, or in this case, a felt sample that I attached of the scent, and then also the holiday flyer. I also threw in there a sample of body products. If you happen to have, you don't have to, you could also put in their laundry product sample. And I also included a pen, which again, you don't have to do. Some people throw confetti in there or a piece of candy, totally up to you. I use these purple like mailers to put everything in nicely, and then you can jazz it up with stickers. Like this one says fun mail. It's a little label I made. On the back, it says new fall 2020 catalog inside. And then I have other labels too. I mean, so many ways to jazz it up. This one says hashtag smells good. And then this is one that I've had forever. I don't know who made it. It says, this is not a bill, open me, in bright colors. So, you know, just some ways to make it fun, but they didn't expect it. They got it. It said they were randomly selected. They had fun with it. And, you know, as a result, I got some orders for it. And I did mention on the party on Facebook, I said something like, you know, as it led up to the day of the start of the party, because I did a 7-day party, it said something like, everyone who has joined the party has been put into a raffle draw to receive party packs. So be on the lookout. You might be a lucky winner of a party pack. And that's kind of how I did it. I didn't say to them, you were pre-selected or whatever. Like I wanted them to all think maybe they were going to get one. So again, you know, you do what you want with it. You know, you may not have a million stickers. That's fine. Just whatever stickers you have, whatever samples you have, just throw it all in there and jazz it up and make it fun with washi tape and, you know, cute labels you can make and a fun envelope to put it all in. And they love it. They really love it.
And I love that you said, you know what, my budget for mailing this out for this party is 10 packets, or I have 5 packets, and it gives your host a goal. And then making that customer feel, or that new contact feel special by saying you've randomly chosen. They're like, oh my gosh, I need to pay attention because I was only one of, you know, so many that got it. There was so many win-wins on that. I love it. Now, Kimberly, you said that you've done this and it works well too. Would you like to share next?
Hello. Yes, but I didn't bring any information with me tonight on anything that I actually do in my party. I was just going to share with everyone on how I get those parties, how I get those hosts.
Yes, we want to know.
How I close them out with just a few more sales. My name is Kimberly Cardocas. I'm a superstar consultant working on that director title, hopefully soon. So I make it very simple when I message, and I actually had planned to message a few people that's been on my mind because I need to get some parties. I get my calendar front loaded for next month. So when this recording goes up, I can't actually maybe, Shelly, you know, post my conversation, you know, but I literally make it so simple because I don't want to overwhelm them. And I just message them with, hey girl, are you ready to earn some free and half price Scentsy? I leave it at that. And I may throw in there, I do all the work and you reap the rewards, you know, and 90% of the time, they're not going to say no, especially when you say, I do all the work. I don't say party. I don't say anything. I make it very simple. Just basically, do you want some free and half off Scentsy? And that I do all the work. And 90% of the time, they're like, yes, you bet. So then after we get that set up and, you know, I get the confirmation that they will do it. And then after I get them in and get their okay, then I'll go into telling them, you know, all you have to do is invite your friends and family. And then if you interact within the party, you know, like my post and comment, that will get your guest interested as well. So then that's when I start giving them little bits of information on things that they can do to make their party a success. But it really works because most of the time they're not going to say no. And especially this time of the year, you guys, they're seeing all of our holiday collection, they're seeing our fall stuff, they're wanting fall scents, and they're wanting to purchase for themselves, but they know they're wanting to buy Christmas also. So they're going to love the idea of getting their Scentsy for free and half off. So I wanted to share that and on how I snag my host. And then I wanted to let you know how at the end of the party, I try to like close it out with a bang for my host. I will message. I've seen where other consultants will have their host message all their guests and let them know that the party is fixing to close. But I don't even trust my host to do that because I was a host once before starting Scentsy, and whoever I was hosting a party for, I cannot tell you that I messaged all of my guests and was like, hey, you want to order from me? So I message them myself and I just say something really simple. It's like, hey, Kim, thank you so much for attending Shelly's party. We're fixing to close it out. And I just wanted to message you in case you wanted to place an order. But I always end it with a question. I'll say, do you want me to send you the link? And after I get my message typed, I will copy it. But when you paste it to the next guest, you want to be sure and change the name because I always put their name so it's more personal, Make sure you change their name. But I will literally go down through the guest list and just message each one. And I always get another order because life is busy and people forget and they're like, oh yes, will you please send me the link? So I normally get at least, 3 to 6 more orders and they'll just go right through the link and they'll order, and so those are my tips that I brought to the table tonight on getting that party booked and closing it out with a bang. So
I hope you guys took notes because that hostess coaching is the key to success. And coaching your host and getting her to do the work or him to do the work, they are more likely to be comfortable with the idea of these are your customers. You should join.
Yes.
So partnering and coaching your host so that they reap the benefits is awesome. So thank you so much for covering all that. Kyla suggested in the chat, she said, I just learned on Facebook group that you can do a welcome post tagging everyone that has joined the party. And she's done that information and then gotten them some free samples. So then that way she's got their information. She's got them trying product right from the start. And I love, Kimberly, that you brought up the messaging each guest individually. That creates a message history.
Yes.
So then now when I'm in Messenger, boom, we've got an LTO happening this Thursday. I already have a relationship started. Yes. I can copy and paste. Who wants NHL? Who needs an elephant sloth or, oh my gosh, why can't I? Elephant sloth or unicorn this week, right? So I'm going to I don't even have to think. I can copy and paste to 25 Facebook party guests, and I can go to all my previous parties and post in there.
Yes. And don't be offended if they don't answer you back. I literally had a lady message me this morning and she was like, I'm okay, but thank you anyway for checking with me. I had messaged her in June, you guys. I was like, what is this lady talking about? So also real quick, if you have someone that does reply to you, because I love when they reply to you, even if it's a no, because I just, I'd rather them tell me no than not say anything. Always remember to try to, if you see the opportunity to do the, offer to have them host a party to get their free, if they say they don't have the money right now or whatever, see if they want some free and half off Scentsy. And of course, we should always be thinking about, have you ever thought about doing what I do, and offering that join opportunity. So
I love this. So thank you so much, Kimberly. Next up, we have Lena. We want to hear what you are doing with your parties.
Well, hi, everybody. I'm Lena. I'm actually pretty new to this. I started on September 2nd, but okay. I made certified before the month ended in September. So I'm bragging myself a little bit there because it's been a whirlwind, but it's been great. I'm getting ready to start my 5th party this week.
Woo-hoo!
And I have to say the key to my parties so far has been doing them for 10 days. And I know for some people that seems a little long, but I like to start on a Friday and end on a Sunday, because that way it gives most people 2 paydays. And I think that's really important. And then a lot of people get paid bi-weekly. So you want to get that payday in there somewhere, because then more people are going to order. And then the other key, I think, to me having success in a lot of my parties is that I am consistent. I post from 3 to 10 times a day. And every day I highlight a product, or, you know, a grouping of products like laundry or the house cleaning stuff, of course, our warmers, each day something different. And then I think really the best thing that has helped me in my parties is playing the points game. And I know not everybody likes the points game, but I love the points game. I started off, it's my first post in a party when I'm introducing myself and welcoming everybody. I let them know how they can earn those points. And I'm telling you, ladies are competitive. We really are. And if you offer something good, which the majority of the time I usually offer a mini warmer, which, you know, for $20, I have plenty of wax bars. I can give them a mini warmer and a wax bar. And I try to do it within the theme, because we're doing Halloween and holidays now. So I offer a holiday prize pack with a mini warmer. And that really gets everybody participating in my parties. And even if I post, say 5 posts that day and nobody says anything, at nighttime when everybody's home, I see everybody liking and commenting real quick on my posts, because they all want those party points. So, and then, you know, it starts off strong, and I'll have to say it does get quiet sometimes during the weekdays, but as long as you're consistent, that next weekend when you're closing out the party, just like the last person said, if you make sure you throw it out there that the party's closing, message your guests, whatever it is, however you choose to do it, that end of the party can end really strong. And that's how mine have been going lately, thankfully. And I'm hoping it's not just beginner's luck, but it's been going good so far.
Yay! Well, keep it up, Lena. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Robin, you're right next to Lena. I know you have so much luck and so much, well, I shouldn't say luck, success with your virtual parties. So give us the scoop on what you're doing.
So we started off doing a lot of bingo parties. When quarantine started, people just wanted to see people. And so I would do Zoom calls with bingo parties. And I stopped doing a lot of the bingo parties and just did Facebook parties, but I still like to do like a Zoom or a meet on Facebook, because they still want to see everybody. So when I start the party, I make an image for the host with her picture that says, I'm hosting a Scentsy party, who wants to come? And I tell her to post that on her page, so that when people comment that they want to join, they want to come to the party. She's not just inviting whoever. They actually want to be there. And I tell her to talk to people and text people. So all the people who are in the party want to be there. They were invited there. Once they're there, I post a link for a Google form for a participation. It's a participation form, and it's a Google form. They fill out their name, address, and there's questions on here, I guess. Let me see. What type of scents do they typically like? What products are they interested in? Have they tried Scentsy before? Do they have a dog or a cat? Would they be interested in earning more money? I'm sorry. Would they be interested in hosting a party? Would they be interested? Would they like to be spoiled with free and half off Scentsy goodies? And do they know anybody who would like to earn extra money? I have the Scratch and Sniff Snickers, but just for the new scents. So I add that in my participation packet. Everybody who sends that out, I send out a participation packet. So in there, I put in a product sheet, the Scratch and Sniff Snickers for the new scents, samples for, because they told me which scents they liked. So I've been around for a really long time. Those of you who've been around with Scentsy have, I don't know how many Silver Bell testers or Eskimo Kiss testers. So what I do is I put them on my warmer to warm them up, and then I dip the felt into my
Yes.
warmer, and I get like 12 of these per mini tester.
Yes. Oh my gosh. We were just thinking about Christine. You and I were having this conversation for next week because we were trying to figure out like, how are we reinventing the basket party? Robin, that is genius.
So they told me which scents they liked. I picked out, and I'm using all my old testers. I'm not using anything that I've purchased. This is all stuff that I have laying around.
And I
So
heard customers are putting these felt samples in their mini warmers and getting fragrance.
they are.
I
So,
thought they were throwing them in the trash. No, they're
No.
using these samples.
so in the beginning, I was using the Scentsy like felt samples, but they're pretty pricey. So on Amazon, I just got these 1-inch round felt samples, and they're much cheaper. And on each
Today
bag,
is Prime
I-
deals. If anybody finds it on deal day today, let us know. Go ahead, Robin. I'm sorry. I'm very excited about this idea. Can you tell?
so on each bag, I put the name of the a label. It's the name of the wax, and I always put my website on there because if they lose it, someone else could find it. So I have my.
Oh, it's Robin's sample. I'm gonna.
So I mail these out with my scratch and sniff. If they have a dog or a cat, I add the sample, the flyer for the scent of the month, and a product sheet. And it's going to take like 3 or 4 days for them to get that. So during that time, I'm introducing them to the catalog. Every day I schedule my posts. I sit down before the party and I schedule 3 to 4 posts per day. So I'm not on every day doing this. It's scheduled, like first thing in the morning, afternoon, in the evening when they get home from work, and before bed, because that's usually the time that they're checking Facebook. So I schedule my posts. When they get their participation packets, I have a post up that says, post a picture of your participation packet so I know you got it, and share what your favorite thing is. So I know what they like, and I make note of it. And then everything else, I guess everybody else pretty much covered.
No, that is awesome. I love this Google form. I love the participation pack, and the felt sample with your mini testers is like a huge aha for me for so many reasons. So
and they only get like 6 to 10 of these because, like I said, I know which scents they like.
Yeah.
If they put they like food or bakery scents, I'm not going to send them.
I
No.
love making up these little packets, and this is filled with just squares that I have cut off of all the different samples. I'm thinking instead of doing the felt, I took a paring knife and I cut my wax. I think you could do the same thing with that tester. You flip it upside down and then slice it or drop your felt samples in it, and boom. And I should be putting my website. I just put the scent on it. And I did wax cash as a little call to action for customers that have already purchased with me. Okay, so Robin, I love that. Stephanie is up next, and then we're gonna roll into our craft. So Stephanie, what's up?
Hi, I'm Stephanie Oder. I'm a STAR consultant from Florida, and everyone had such great ideas. I was totally going to talk about Google Forms, which I love those ideas, Robin. I've been using Google Forms and kind of obsessed with them since the beginning of the spring, and I hadn't really used them before, but they're definitely a game changer. But Jessica Kiss, when we were on one of our calls, mentioned the wording for how you're asking some of the questions. And one thing that I started doing that I've noticed has gotten a little better attention is instead of asking if they want to host as one of the questions, and I even used to say, like, do you want to get spoiled? I asked them to tell me what they would buy if they had a half price or free item for themselves. So instead of asking, do you want it? Getting them to start to think about what's on their wish list and what they want to work for kind of plants that little seed for them versus just saying, yeah, I like free stuff. They're starting to think about what they would use their free stuff on, which makes them more motivated during the party to reach out to their friends and get some sales for their party if they already have an idea of, I really want this item and this is the party total that I need in order to get it. So wording that one that way, and then instead of asking, would you like to host your own party, asking, would you like to help your friend get an extra half off? So I think people are more willing to step out, especially if they've never done a party before, if they know that it's going to help their friend earn an extra half off. So that's something that's been really helpful. And the other thing that I was going to talk about is I'm a teacher and a single mom, and Facebook and virtual and basket parties are my jam because I don't have a whole lot of time. And I've definitely always wanted to remain consistent in my business since I started, and making sure that I've always got the next month in mind. I always know what's coming up. So those Google Forms is a really great way to make sure that you're keeping your calendar booked and you're front loading, and that you're spreading out, and that consistency is something. So you don't have a month where you're getting a lot of sales and then a month where you have nothing. You already kind of know what's coming up. But one thing that I started doing with COVID, I usually will give virtual hostess a basket or a bag, take my basket, take my bag. And it's a little, when you're passing the bag, kind of germy. So what I did is I started putting together packets. So at the beginning of the season, I made a bunch of felt samples, like a bunch of people have shown you different things. And I make these little packets, almost like what you would do if you were preparing for a fair or a show or something. And I pack my bag full of, I think I made 100 of them, 100 of these little packets, and I pack the bag full of them. I also put in opportunity packets, which is something that I don't know why I didn't think for a long time to put an opportunity packet in with my basket parties. And I asked my hostess to pass out the information for ordering is in the little packet with some samples, pass them out versus taking the testers out and smelling and sharing where everyone's hands are on them. And I also asked the hostess, I let them know there's an opportunity packet, and I asked them if they can think of one person to give it to. So it's opening up to other people. Plus, I know my hostess is going to want to check out what's inside the opportunity packet. So, I already know that my hostess loves Scentsy, and they might not have considered it, but I do ask them, think of someone who you think would love Scentsy, and give them this opportunity packet. So you're kind of putting your hostess to work for you, and you're saving a lot of time for yourself. And it's also introducing you to people that might not have been on Facebook or might not have been in the virtual world. They can still participate. I have a lot of teacher friends, and they take the bag with them to school and pass out to teacher friends that they might not be Facebook friends with, but would love to get on an order from the party. And then the last thing I do is I tell the hostess, if they can find someone to pass the bag to next, that I'll give them an extra reward or treat. So what you're basically doing is you're giving an incentive for them to find your next party, which is something that can help you keep that consistency going. And so if you're giving your hostess an incentive, I want you to pass out 10 goodie bags, find one person to give an opportunity packet to. And if you can find someone to pass the bag to next, you get an extra reward from your party from me, or you get an extra little gift from me. The extra little gift from me thing is like a Jackie Hall thing. I know she loves to do that. You get an extra gift from me if you do this, and you get an extra gift from me if you do that. So I thought to myself, how can I keep this bag going? So once you stuff it full of samples, how can I just keep it going? And this bag has been out since September. It's the middle of October. I have not gotten it back yet. And it just keeps going and going and going to the next person.
Yes.
So I think consistency is a big thing with our business. We want to find ways so that we're constantly having people and parties and you know, we had a fun booking blitz last week with Jackie's team. And so I've got a bunch of parties on the books, and I'm probably gonna have to make another bag, to be honest, because we were able
That's
to book
good
a
news.
bunch of parties.
So we want to see pictures now that you'll have it in your person. We want to see
Yes.
pictures of your bag
Yeah.
for next week.
I will. I just
Awesome.
stuff the bag full of those little packets and make my hostess go to work for me.
And
So-
now we know how to make them because we're going to do those felt samples. And somebody's asking, what are the felt samples called on Amazon? Are they felt dots or what are they? Circles?
They're just felt circles.
Felt circles. And they come like, there's all different thicknesses, sizes. I've bought them in color before. They're real inexpensive. And then while you're on there, you might as well see if the baggies. And the tip on the Prime Deal Day, I think, is you have to go to your cart to see if they're part of that deal. Okay, where you guys, these are so many good ideas. Is everybody on right now committed to one new tip, trick, hack, party idea, stepping out of their comfort zone, feeling a little more comfortable, like, oh, didn't think of that. That's going to really help me get that party booked, that party sales up. I'm going to spend more time coaching my hostess. I'm going to spend more time engaging, planning ahead. Everybody's got some notes and things they're going to do. Okay, so why don't you guys, while we're getting our crafts ready, I want you to drop into the chat. I want you guys to drop into the chat the one thing you want us as a Zoom group to hold you guys accountable that you're going to do this week for your party. If you don't have a party, it could be book a party. So start dropping those in chat because crafters, it is time for crafting. So the idea behind this came from some successful superstar director friends of mine. And we were talking about what are you doing for your October party theme and how are you getting people to show up and how can you take that party pack to the next level? Well, you book yourself a do-it-yourself crafted virtual craft night because that gives us an excuse. It's enough, you know, gives us an excuse to get together on Zoom and get in front of new people. So taking some tips from tonight's people, I would say, hey, Jackie, I know you want to have a virtual craft night with your friends. Give me 10 people to send a craft kit to, or I'm going to send you a craft kit to give to you and 10 friends, right? Because I could send one package with 10 packets and you could pass it out to 10 friends that are going to show up. All I mailed to my crafters, show me your packets, ladies. I mailed some fabric and a ribbon and a shopping list and some candy and some cider to drink, right? So like a hot cider or a little, you know, one of those instaladas, whatever you like, something to drink, something to eat, right? So we can craft and eat our suckers, chew our caramels, and a shopping list. I told them they needed a roll of toilet paper. Oh, Elvira, look at that stick. I'm jealous. I'm using a Sharpie marker as my stick. I looked in my yard. I just don't have sticks. And a room spray was my shopping list for the consultants. But what you would send in the party pack is a room spray sample or a scent circle. We're going to make toilet paper pumpkins. All right, crafters, everybody's chopping in. One of my directors, do you guys want to start reading our chat while we're making our toilet paper pumpkin? Start reading our chat and tell us what people are committing to. Tuck in our fabric into our toilet paper.
Oh, there's so much. Okay. Let's see what everyone's saying. Oh, Jackie gave a good vendor on Etsy if you want to order the felt samples. And I said, I'm making felt samples from old testers. That's amazing, Robin, because yeah, there's a lot of those. Kyla said the catalogs with the scent stickers. Oh, and it's so awesome. I've done that and I've told my customers to make sure they're looking at pages because like Christine said, I have so many old one, so I'll stick it on the page that the scent is listed. So that's really fun. Then they don't know when they're going to get another scent. Oh, and then Jackie said if the felt samples are too big, you can only dip half in, so you don't have to use the whole. Elisa said that, so the whole felt sample. And then Elisa said she's going to commit to the Google form. Tanya said to book a party. We love to hear that. And then Marie said she's going to book a party. She loved Kimberly's way of asking. It's so great. And she's going to work on this. So that is awesome, Kimberly, because I feel like some of the biggest obstacles at times are just knowing what to say. So thank you for giving everyone wording. Wording really does help. So that can help everyone with coaching their teams as well. And then Jackie said she loves Stephanie's idea of the hostess moving the scent testers on. And I love that too. And I used to be really good at that. And I definitely need to get back to that. Kelly said felt samples from her stock using things she already had from last year. Yes, we are all trying to work smarter for sure. Lena has a goal to go live more. And then, oh, Stephanie, here's a question for you. Do you only pass the bag to people you're referring locally? Or maybe do you offer to ship it as well? How do you work that?
Yeah, that's a good question. I have gotten a little into Pirate Ship, which I know we've talked about a bunch in this group. And so I have offered to ship. With the hostesses that I've had, it's ended up being all local. But I definitely think Pirate Ship would make it easy. And it sounded like Christine had some good ideas for how to put those shipping packets together and those mailers. But it just has happened to work out that everyone's kind of local. I used to in the past, if I had a hostess that was out of town, I would go into our consultant store and do an order to ship to the hostess. So they, we used to be able to get the mini testers pretty cheap, or even like if you shipped some stickers to the hostess and some catalogs or forms that the hostess could pass out, because my mom lives on the other coast. So I've done that before, and it, she has kind of all the pieces, but yeah, I'm definitely getting into shipping, and I would be willing to do that. It just hasn't worked out that I've needed to.
And those are awesome. People out of town are amazing for you to have on your hot list to join your team, because most of the people who they're going to have the party with are already going to think of that hostess as the consultant. So you want to ship things out to them. And I think these party packs and maybe sending a little more elaborate to your hostess are really the way to go, where we can save on shipping. COVID's really helped us out with that, because we don't have to send all of these testers. I mean, I've learned in this business, people will make choices without smelling all 90 something scents. So this is definitely something that we can do. And COVID's given us a more affordable way, I feel.
And when we're talking about shipping and party packs and investing in our business, look at it from a point of view. We are doing business different, right? Lauren says this all the time. I love her wording is we're doing business different. Instead of spending $50 to go on Saturday and schlep all our shit and set up at a church, unfortunately, we're not able to do that in most cases. So instead of investing in an event booth fee, we're investing in the postage to get in front of new people. Mm-hmm. So when we shift our mind into a different way of doing our business and a different way of budgeting our business expenses, then you can be more comfortable with shipping. Postage is always oh my gosh, my postage budget is scary a lot. But when I looked at it, instead of paying event fees and travel and mileage, Pirate Ship, and Lauren said, get with our director. We do have a very good 10-minute video on how to use it. And I've been using it. I love it. And I could even go on there and see who my crafters were and who didn't get their package, because it shows you delivered. All right, crafters, let's see those pumpkins. I love it. So again. Yeah, Tanya, let me see. Yay, look how fun. So I took my 40% off coupon over to Joann Fabrics. I bought a couple yards of fabric. I cut it into 18-inch squares, and it was less than $3 to send out the packets. So just a fun twist and reason to get people to show up live. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Share screen. And I think I need to go to this. Yes. Share. And check this out. Everybody who stayed on this long, I have a chat form ready to go, ready to share for you guys to collect your information for participant packs and find out information. You don't even have to build it. It is ready. And if you guys want to really see, let me see if I can figure out how to get this other thing up. Okay, let me see your screen sharing. Here's my problem if I can get this to new share. Check out next month. How do I zoom into here? If you guys want to do this, look how cute. It's a dollar store sock that you split into 2 socks. All right, I'm gonna stop the recording, but don't hang up. I've got some fun stuff. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. If you stayed on the recording this long, get with your director. We're gonna get you that JOT form.